Good evening and welcome to Spiritual Unity Movement's Full Moon World Healing Ceremony. Our theme for this evening is Flying Free. And we are very grateful that you have joined us this evening as we come together at the full moon to celebrate and to meditate healing on the planet. I am Ceremony Director Dina Efferson Williams, and I'm very happy to present tonight's ceremony to you. We are here tonight to receive and radiate spiritual energy. The full moon is a powerfully energetic time, and when we come together during these energies, we heal each other and our beloved planet. The SUM mission statement is to celebrate the spiritual unity of all life and raise the consciousness of light and love through community meditation and education, and to inspire and empower those who attend the World Healing Meditation ceremonies. We also empower all of humanity with the life-transforming experience of healing, oneness, and unity. We are saving our planet from the inside. Now, just a gentle reminder that as we move into the world and engage each other, we are looking at another aspect of God. And when love guides our words, our deeds, and our actions, all will be well. So everyone has something special to offer to the world. And when we see this specialness in everyone, our world will change. Okay, so now grab something to write with. You'll want to take notes as our guest speaker for tonight's ceremony, Brian Besco from Twisted Sage Studios. That's twistedsage.com for those of you who are ready to key that in. Along with his sister and family members, they are the creators and the manufacturers of subtle energy tools. These tools are ancient technologies which work alongside consciousness to create change. Brian is a scientist, an energy worker, and a meditation teacher. And with his Tensor Rings, his Tensor Ring tools, Brian and his family's business are dedicated to the rising of consciousness. As SUM Ceremony Director, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you my daughter, the artist Jacq.leen, with the premiere of her music video, My People. Formerly signed by J Records as a member of the group Lyric, Jacq.leen has continued to create heart-stirring, mind-opening music which touches the soul. Our meditation tonight will be led by sound healer Brenda Schnose, whose loving heart connection with the One vibrates so powerfully through the screen on whatever device you're using. Brenda is also, by the way, Brian's sister and co-creator in the Twisted Sage Studios. Tonight, doing our opening ritual will be Kathleen Ale. Our Om Shanti chant will be led by the wonderful Florence Riggs. And you want to remember to grab your percussion instruments for this so you can play along. And as we come to the closing ritual, that will be led by Liz Curran. And we're so grateful for your presence tonight, and we invite you to fully participate and to be fully present. Allow your enjoyment to expand as we engage the SUM Spiritual Unity Movement World Healing Ceremonies, Flying Free with Brian Besco and all of you. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy.
Hello. Okay, so now I'm going to read a little bit about this full moon of August on August 3rd, 2020 in Aquarius. It's happening at 8:59 a.m. on August 3rd. So don't get too caught up in all the things happening on your planet and just allow things to change more quickly. But the Aquarian full moon is reluctant to change, so you must take the reins and say to yourself, I'm letting go, I'm letting go, I'm letting go. And just enjoy the ride as change happens, and even faster in these times. Be observant of the same old, but now look at it from a different perspective and appreciate it. See the differences as you observe things in yourself that were unnoticed before. Use your brain to see so differently that you can now create new synapses and break out of the old thought patterns that you may be stuck in and that no longer serve you. New consciousness. In that It can help you to create a new and better working society. At this time of the full moon of Aquarius, the homework, if you'd like to do it, is to find 12 new ways of looking at the world, at yourself, at others. 12 new things. Surprise yourself and unleash the creative spirit inside you as you move from unconsciousness into consciousness. And that's needed a lot during this particular full moon, which is also called the Sturgeon moon. Enjoy this beautiful evening.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Jacq.leen, and I'm going to be doing the rituals tonight for our full moon world healing meditation. I'm going to begin with an invocation. Father, Mother, God and Goddess, please be with us here now. Hold this space sacred for which we may do our work. Open our hearts to your golden light that we may radiate love into the hearts of all. Open our minds to your divine knowledge that we may radiate understanding into the minds of all. Open our spirits to your infinite presence that we may radiate awareness into the spirits of all. One heart, one mind, one spirit, unlimited and indivisible. Be still and know that I am God. Acknowledging that spirit is one and that the paths of God are many, we will honor the great religions and many of the names of God with quotes from many of the spiritual belief systems on the topic of love. A bell will be rung and a candle lit as the names of divinity are sounded, after which we will sound the Om. Om is an ancient and a sacred tone. It's a deepening, really. Sounding the Om allows an intoning of grace and equanimity. There is no right or wrong way. Simply relax into your own tone, open to the nuances of the sacred sound as it moves through you. Our opening ritual will conclude with all of us sounding the Om several times, each in our own note and in our own time, in a continuing free-form rhythm, creating a tapestry of healing sound. We honor all faiths as expressions of the Great Spirit of God, the Divine Essence. May the wellspring of love find in us an unimpeded channel. In the sacred tradition of Taoism, the Tao, Spirit arms us with love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Hinduism, Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer. One best worships the Lord through love. Om. In the sacred tradition of Buddhism, Lord Buddha, cultivate a heart of love. Om. In the sacred tradition of the sacred feminine, the goddess in all her forms, the Divine Mother, loves, nurtures, and sustains all. Om. In the sacred tradition of Judaism, Adonai Elohim, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself. Om. He's owning. In the sacred tradition of Christianity, God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. God is love. Om. In the sacred tradition of all First Nations peoples of all lands, love is the medicine that holds all life together. Om. In the sacred tradition of Islam, Allah, this is love, to fly towards the secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. Om. In the sacred tradition of all others, you may now say any additional names of divinity that you want to invoke. Om. Let us now gently close our eyes and finding a comfortable position, making sure that your spine is straight, taking a long, deep breath in and out, and in and out. As you take another deep breath, relax and let go of the day. Let go of the people, let go of the challenges and the stress, and just be. When you're ready, put your feeling intention into your heart center and relax. Imagine a bright, warm sun floating above your head. Its rays are emanating down the crown of your head. The sun is releasing its pure white light. This light is floating down, filling your head, your neck. It floats across your shoulders, down your arms and out your hands. It fills your torso. Your organs are now being enveloped in a pulsating and purifying light of the sun. As the sunlight continues to float down your body, through your legs, and out the bottom of your feet, it washes away all impurities, all imperfections, all pain and dis-ease, deep into the central core of the earth. Your body is filled with divine energy. Right now you are whole, perfect, and complete. As the light continues to energize, pulsate, and vibrate, allow it to expand your auric field. First, it fills the first layer, about 2 inches around you. Then the second layer, about 18 inches around you. And then the third, which extends about 4 feet around you. As you continue to feel the perfection of the light body, allow it to expand and fill this room and the room you are sitting in with divine essence. Continue to expand your awareness and divine essence out of the room you're in, and imagine and intend that you are now permeating all of your city with this pure divine essence. Expand your awareness to all of your state, all of your country, and allow it to float across the globe, enveloping Mother Earth and all of her beings with the pure divine essence. The white light of perfection is now vibrating and pulsating and connecting all the beings on the planet who gather with conscious intent to heal, to balance, to harmonize, and to unify the islands of light. We have now set the vibrational tone for the Circles of Light World Healing Ceremony. And now slowly and gently, and when you're ready, bringing your awareness back into the room and to this present time. Take a deep breath and open your eyes gently when you're ready.
Let there be peace in the earth. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om. Peace within my mind. Peace within my mind. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my mind. God and only peace within my mind. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om. Peace within my heart. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Peace within my heart. God and only God is moving me. Peace within my heart. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti Om. Peace within the earth, peace within the earth. God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Peace within the earth. God and only God is moving me. Peace within the earth. God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. 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 Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om.
Hello, it is an honor to be here today for the World Healing Meditation ceremony. My name is, again, Brian Besco with Twisted Sage Studios, and it is an honor and a pleasure to be here at the Spiritual Unity Movement. Today, I would like to tell you a little bit about myself, the tools that we create, the spaces that we hold, and this will give an introduction to our wonderful surprise guest sound healer that we have today, which happens to be my sister, Brenda Schnose. So anyway, we'll move into that. Again, Brian Besco with Twisted Sage Studios. So here at Twisted Sage, we're a family-based business. We're located here in the Black Hills of South Dakota, and we manufacture some of the world's most phenomenal subtle energy tools. These are known as Tensor Rings. So the Tensor Rings, something that we've been creating here for just a little over a decade here in South Dakota. And I was actually taught by, my mentor was actually Slim Sperling, who passed away in 2007. And he's the one who brought these tools back into remembrance. It's an ancient technology that works alongside of consciousness. So anyway, Slim came to me, about 11 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, and basically taught me how to create the tools. This was about 2 years after he passed. So I came from a very science background, and so the science behind the tensor tools is pretty phenomenal too. I work with the gals at the New Science of Water. MJ and Melanie. And in their new Science of Water book, they've done some research on the tensor fields, and it just simply shows how the tensor fields restructure water. They actually make water lighter in weight in the lab because of the spin they put to them. That's basically creating ormus out of your drinking water. The tensor fields will also restructure electromagnetics. So we make things for your cell phones, for the environment. We make the tensor field generators. These particular golden fire generators, they cover about a 2-mile area. They restructure electromagnetics, dense consciousness. They even work with like the 5G millimeter wave. So the tensor tools that we create are pretty phenomenal. They hold space. We make several different things like the pyramids that you see back here, and the torus, which my sister is the one who actually assembles the torus. But then within the studio here at Twisted Sage, we do make the physical tools that we sell, but that only helps to fund everything else that we do. So my sister Brenda and I, we've been working for years, holding space, doing the huge clearing work, the connecting work, for entire species of civilizations throughout this universe, as well as working with Gaia. We very much work closely with the Earth and the inhabitants of the Earth. My sister Brenda actually channeled in Hetica. A lot of you know this as the Triskelion. We call it Hetica, the symbol of the water elemental. And then Brenda channels through several other of the elemental symbols that we use for like ether, the water, fire, air. What we do here, besides making the physical tools, is we teach meditations. We do energy work. Everything that we do for ourselves, we try to make that a replicable process so that anybody can do it. And so even though we are doing some very advanced consciousness work, it is available for everybody. So to give you an idea of consciousness work, and what I mean by that is we're going to just do a little guided journey, which is simply going into the sacred space of the heart. Now, the sacred space of the heart, Drunvalo Melchizedek is actually the one who started to really bring out the sacred space of the heart, because he worked with Thoth, and they worked with the Merkaba field and all that. And then my sister Brenda, when she got her spiritual 2x4 back in 1999, Thoth started appearing to her, along with many other of these ascended master beings. And she worked with them for a number of years. And so I actually created another website called crystalmerkaba.com, because we teach the Merkaba activation in a whole different way than what it was when Drunvalo was teaching the Merkaba activation. But it's a whole different world now too. Things are just easier. People will have spontaneous Merkaba reactivations, these days. So the world is just a whole different place, and it holds a better space for us to do even more work, which happens automatically. But the beautiful thing about doing the consciousness work yourself is you kind of stay ahead of that wave. Instead of this big tidal wave of the universe pushing you to do your release work, your clearing work, we can stay ahead of all that and do it with a lot more grace and ease. And as you know, this the spiritual unity movement, the full moon this month, the theme is flying free. And that's really what we are doing, is we are dropping the junk so that we can begin to do that. Not only the junk that accumulates over this lifetime, but every aspect of your soul incarnation at any time. Because we are bringing our soul more online, and we're bringing it more online right here and now in the physical. So we will definitely get to all of that. First, let's do the Trinity breath of going into the sacred space of the heart. We're simply going to move our consciousness from the mind back into the physical heart where it began. Um, there's actually all that scientific evidence that shows that there's brain cells within the heart. Heart Math has done all the studies that show how there's an electromagnetic field that is created by your heart. So we're going to move our consciousness, our little ball of light that sits right in the middle of the brain, we're going to move that consciousness back into the sacred space of the heart. And why do we do that? We do that because when our consciousness is here, we look out our eyes, we see the world as separate. When our consciousness is here, we are influenced by the programs, beliefs, emotions. Humans are just hardwired funny like that, where you experience something and you create a reality around that, and then that becomes part of your belief, your reality. But they're not always in alignment. So that's really what I love most about my sister Brenda, is she is so much into the heart space that she doesn't get influenced. So let's do this. Let's drop ourselves from here back into the sacred space of the heart, and you will be able to feel the shift and just sense the difference in the world around you. All right, simple, easy. You can close your eyes if you wish. Put your attention onto your physical heart. This is where we see our light, our soul's fire is within that heart. Simply send your light straight down into the earth. It's just an imagination of visualization and intention when we're doing this energy work, this consciousness work. Just visualize, intend your light connecting into the heart of the earth, to the light of the earth. Breathe that energy right up into the heart. Taking that breath in, allowing that beautiful grounding, healing energy of the earth to settle within your heart. Next, let's connect to the energy of creation, of Source, Soul, Creator, God. Let's breathe in that unconditional loving energy right into the heart. Swirling and twirling and expanding those lights, those energies around with you. So this third breath, we're going to breathe in from both earth and sky. Breathing in that energy of creation, breathing in the energy of earth, bringing that into the heart. Mixing those all together with your light, the light of creation, the light of the earth, and the light of you. And expanding those both up and down, so you become a column of light and you're in the heart space at the same time, grounded and connected. So then open your eyes and see the world in a different way. When we are now looking out our eyes, we are more looking out our eyes with our soul. Things may seem different, brighter, just different. For me, my voice changes. My whole demeanor changes when I go into the sacred space of the heart. It is a simple and easy enough thing to get there, into the sacred space of the heart, but sometimes you might get kicked out of that heart space, get cut off in traffic, you'll pop right out, but it's an exercise. Do the 3 breaths, get back in there. All right, so why is the sacred space of the heart so important with any of the work or creation that we do? Well, simple. When our consciousness is here, we are so influenced, again, by that emotion field, your belief system, your programs. All of those attachments that you have can influence our perception of the world, our perception of ourselves, when we are in the head. So that is how we have been creating this world. It is kind of like creating out of duality. When we are here with our consciousness and we see the world as separate, and we create and we are creating for ourselves. When we are in the sacred space of the heart, all hearts are connected. We then are creating not under the influence of any of that old paradigm of the duality. When we create from the heart, it's different. It has the power of creation behind it. We are powerful creators as humans, but when we are in alignment with creation, that is where you see the true miracles and magic occur every day. We witness these miracles on a daily basis. So, sacred space of the heart. All right, next, some of the work that we do here at Twisted Sage is we take this work, these fields of energy, so that field of the sacred space of the heart, we put that into the tensor fields within the fields of these tools. So this tensor ring is actually creating a field, a column of light that comes out of this ring. Within that column of light is that energetics, the remembrance of the sacred space of the heart, but also the energetics and the remembrance of the sacred heart, the trifold gold flame that you always see the old pictures of Jesus and Mary depicted with that trifold gold flame heart. That is the sacred heart. But this is beyond religion. This has to do with the human and more. That we have not had that golden fiery heart active, maybe in thousands of years. So that is another thing that we can do, is activate the sacred heart. When we go into the sacred space of the heart, we can then activate that sacred heart, that golden fiery heart. We have several videos on our YouTube and most all of our product videos that we do on the tools will walk you through activating that golden fire, this sacred heart. So please do check out some of those. They're all free on our website and on YouTube. So after we activate the sacred heart, then that is where we're able to be more connected. We can use these energies to do different things. I actually travel around the country. I'm going to see if I can find one of my wands here. The Golden Fire and Light Wand. This is connected to an ancient etheric tool that will clear timelines and realities, as well as move geomagnetic lines, clear portal vortexes, all kinds of fun stuff. I actually travel all over the world and I teach how to utilize these little wands to create columns of light that you can put onto cell phone towers, and then the transmissions of the cell phone towers are helpful and beneficial. You can put this into waterways, you can put this into cemeteries to help ghosts waywards cross over. These columns of light are phenomenal. But these columns of light, you do not need the physical tools. And that's the beautiful thing, is that we do make physical tools here at Twisted Sage, but that's not what our true calling and passion is. Our true calling and passion as this family-based business is to empower everybody else in this world. And so these tools are just physical anchors for the energy that my sister and I, Brenda, we create these energy tools on a higher dimensional plane, and then we drop them into the fields of the tensor tools. And so this journey of creating high consciousness tools always starts from the heart and us creating the consciousness aspect of it first, and then we just put it in the tools so that others can access it. But you don't need the tools. Basically, we can help hold that space. So if you watch any of our other videos, like on the Golden Fire and Light Wand, basically we hold the space and give you the attunement and activation to that particular energy, so then you can replicate that energy and anchor these columns of light all over the world without having to have any physical tools. So it's the consciousness work first and foremost. So where these are quantum tools, basically these fields and energies transcend time, space, dimensions, realities, timelines, all of that. So when we do any work for ourselves or for our family, so it's ourselves first, then we work on our family, then we can work on the world. That's just the way, kind of like putting your oxygen mask on in an airplane. We always make sure that we are first clean, cleared, connected, grounded. Then we work on our family, friends, immediate circle, and then we spread that energy out. So Brenda is actually going to walk you through some pretty phenomenal spaces to where you can simply share those spaces with family, friends, and the world, which is what we're going to do. Is we're going to end up sharing this heart energy with everybody in our galaxy, basically, in our world and beyond. So, where are we at now? I guess still talking about the consciousness tools. I got into to creating these tools, again, 10 years ago, and exactly how these guys function, the physical tools, is that copper is a crystal structure. So when a copper wire is created, it aligns the crystalline structure to where there's a one-way flow of piezoelectric energy through the copper wire. We fold the wire in half and then we twist it, and then we cut it to a very specific measurement. If this was a random measurement, it would just be a pretty looking copper ring. But how this creates a tensor field is that twisted wire is cut to a very specific measurement. These specific measurements are known as cubits. These cubit measures were used to construct megalithic structures all over the planet. Slim first used the cubit measure, one of them that came from the Great Pyramids in Egypt, known as the sacred or royal cubit. And that specific cubit measure is one that he used for several years before he passed on. And then once we started to make the tools, we started to find newer and newer cubit measurements. Some of these measurements were used to build some structures like the standard Teotihuacan unit, which is one of the measures that we have in the Golden Fire and Light Wand. And one of those specific measurements was used to construct the city of Teotihuacan. There are some of the cubit measures that we use that are never been used on the planet, like the Golden Fire ring. So the Golden Fire cubit measure, which we call it the Golden Fire because it contains the energy of the trifold gold flame heart. So these particular rings with that specific cubit measure, we just simply call the Golden Fire. It comes from geometries that are coming onto the planet that are new to the Earth. So the tensor fields are then held within these rings. And again, we make the tensor field generators that create more of a sunshine effect that cover a larger area. But again, I want to be able to teach everybody here how to hold these spaces. So that way you don't necessarily need to own any tools whatsoever, because you can hold these spaces. So when you watch this upcoming meditation with Brenda, you'll be able to walk through firsthand, feel the space, and you'll be able to recreate that space and utilize that, because truly consciousness is the most powerful tool that we have. Certainly a lot of these tools will clear entity attachments and ghosts and waywards and all kinds of fun stuff, but truly it is the work that we do from the heart that we're bringing through our light that is what is truly shifting and changing our world reality. So part of this whole flying free this month is about us releasing the anchors, the baggage, the dense energies that we hold within our very own physical bodies, our emotion bodies, in our DNA. So the work that we do is simply raising frequency and vibration of every cell of the body. And that's huge. We are becoming light emitters, not light workers, not light carriers, not light showers. We are actually becoming the creators of light, light emitters. because we are able to anchor in our light, our soul's light, more and more into our bodies. And I guess that's what they talk about ascension being, basically, is raising the frequency and vibration of your body so much that it is becoming a light emitter. And that's truly what we're seeing. For my sister Brenda today, that you'll get to witness, it's pretty amazing because I've had a rib out before, and I text her, and before she even reads the text, I can feel my rib going back into place. I mean, we've seen people with a fist-sized tumor in one telephone call with her, and basically all she does is help you connect to your light and have you bring your light in and wrap something up. So that fist-sized tumor in that person had with a telephone call, it was gone in 2 weeks because they did their own healing work by connecting to their light and to doing the release work. I mean, we see miracles every day occur with people who either use the tools as a way to get there or else simply follow the meditations, the guided journey work. Because truly, again, the guided journey work is more powerful than any of the tools that we can create. But yet they are here as training wheels if we need. So I can't wait for you to get to play with Brenda here in a few moments. So to tell you a little bit more about some of the work that we do is also a lot of the grid work on the planet. We've actually gone through and cleared a lot of the old grids, and we've created a lot of new grid systems. It was in December 26th of 2012, actually, that we created something called the Global Love and Gratitude Grid. And with the Global Love and Gratitude Grid, we simply were anchoring columns of light into waterways, and these columns would stay. Usually, if you create a column of light, you go into your heart space and you just visualize and imagine a column of light that is between source and the earth. That column of light will stay where it is that you intend it to be. I used to be a municipal water operator in 5 municipalities here in the Black Hills, just small towns. Well, I would anchor columns of light into every storage container and into every wellhead. But the column of light would only stay there for 8 days unless you put your attention back onto it. So that is why a path partner and I at the time created the Global Love and Gratitude Grid, because then we connected each of the anchors of light, the columns of light, we connected them to each other. Then those columns of light would stay there indefinitely if needed. So as we began to teach people how to anchor these columns of light, and they connected them all over the world into cell phone towers, into waterways, municipal water, and even into like electrical substations. You can anchor a column of light, let's say, into a water tower, and I could see how it raised the frequency and vibration of that water, how the water flowed through the water system into the person drinking the water, and then back out again into the earth, into the septic systems. So it changed that frequency and vibration of that entire water system. You can also do that for electrical systems. And we actually make tools too that you can plug in that do the same thing for your electrical. But you can do it with consciousness work. You can anchor the columns of light. Then into cell phone towers. Now that is why we called it the Global Love and Gratitude Grid, is because then we were basically hijacking cell phone towers and having it transmit the healthful frequencies of love and gratitude. And so as they transmit those frequencies of love and gratitude, that cell phone tower then is no longer harmful unless we, as the powerful creators that we are, we see a cell phone tower that has a column of light anchored into it, but yet we are still like, oh, that tower is harmful, that's icky energy. Then we override the reality that that cell phone tower has a column of light and is producing a beneficial energy. We can then override that for our own personal reality that that is a harmful creation. I tell you, we are such powerful, powerful creators, and creators of it within our own little local realities too. And again, that is why being in the sacred space of the heart is such a huge thing, because I know so many people that when they are within the head, they are influenced by those beliefs, those programs, those emotions. Fear is such a huge motivator. And truly, isn't that where the powers that used to be use their powers? Is in fear. That is how people are controlled. That is how people create the world that we created, is through fear, necessity, survival. So again, we can shift this world very quickly and easily by being in the sacred space of the heart and using our light. As you will see with this upcoming demonstration with Brenda, we can positively affect our world and the world around us by bringing in our light more and transmitting that light out into the world. And so that's pretty much been our teachings as of lately. Is I simply call the workshops that I personally do anymore Transcending the Matrix. The work that my sister Brenda does as the healer that she is she'll hold people in a space of neutrality, because we've seen that we've been creating in duality. We've been creating through, again, that whole thing of necessity, survival, fear. And so we have been creating all these things for the soul growth and learning that we have been here to do. But now that the world and the universe is not holding space for the duality process of soul growth and learning anymore, it is beginning to hold the space of neutrality, of creating heart-based reality. And so that's truly what we are doing here, is we are releasing all of the old ways of us being creators, of being limited, and of creating from here. And we are bringing us to here and releasing all the old stuff that had us creating in that old way. So, creating from the sacred space of the heart, being connected with your sacred heart, with source soul creation. It is really what is making the new world. And it's exciting to be here, you guys. It truly is. Releasing all of the stuff that holds you down is truly a freeing exercise. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to my sister Brenda Schnose. And she, again, is a channel for the Elders 3. And she has some really great, simple, easy things on her website too at theelders3.com. But you can find her also at twistedsage.com, which is our umbrella site, because we have several other websites and affiliates that we have created over the years, such as the Global Love and Gratitude Grid. We have the crystalmerkaba.com website. We also have, I work with ancient alien artifacts, some heart-based beings that left artifacts here 36 to 50,000 years ago. I go to Mexico and help to excavate and work with people that are doing the carbon tests on these. So we have that, and then we also have twistedsage.press, which is another one of our websites where we manufacture and create crystal infused ink t-shirts. So anyway, we do a lot of really fun things, but twistedsage.com is our main website. And again, please do check out the resources pages, because, you know, it's about empowering people, empowering humanity, and shifting the frequency and vibration of this earth, which we have to do one person at a time. And so we offer a lot of free resources on our website to assist people in that release work. But truly, this 11 minutes that you're going to see here with Brenda is some of the newest work that we're doing and some of the most phenomenal work that we are doing. She holds you in that space of neutrality, which she doesn't talk about the space of neutrality in that video, but that is truly what we are doing with a lot of the tools that we create, such as the pyramid you see behind me. We make all these giant ascension chambers, and we started to use these 60-degree pyramids, which are basically creating grids themselves. We have quantum grid points, which you can also do with an anchor of light, a column of light. But these new 60-degree pyramids that we're working with are actually the only tool that we found so far that will hold that space of neutrality besides ourselves. Again, we as the human, as the empowered, heart-based human, are the most powerful thing in our creation. We truly are. So thank you all creators for being here. Thank you for receiving me here today. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys all to be able to walk through this meditation with Brenda, this healing journey. And we'll see you on the other side. Namaste.
I am Brenda Schnose, channel for the Elders 3. Here to bring to you a quantum heart activation. So find yourself within your heart. You may take 3 breaths. On the first breath, as you breathe in, imagine the energy of Gaia, the heart of the earth, within your body. As you breathe out, let that energy settle within your heart. Second breath, imagine the energy of creation flowing through your body. As you breathe out, imagine that settling within your heart. Third breath, take that energy of creation, earth, you, and drop into your heart, your sacred space of your heart. Imagine in this space your soul before you. You see your soul as light body or an orb, however you see your soul is perfect. And imagine around you the golden light of creation, around your energy body. We're going to release programs that no longer serve you. And we are working in a space of quantum. So this is across all time, space, and dimensions. As the programs are released, I see them releasing as wisps of smoke or mist that go into that golden light around you, where they are transmuted across all time and space. Releasing the program of slavery, ancient program. Releasing the program of suffering. Just allowing that to go out into the golden light. Releasing the program of lack. Lack in abundance, lack in well-being, lack in knowingness, just lack. That energy of lack. Releasing a program of control. This is either you controlling situations or situations controlling you. It's an energy. Release that program of control. Releasing the program of fear, deep-seated fear. And remember, these are programs that are released across all time and space through all your lifetimes. Still within your heart, still with your soul before you. We're going to release traumas and stuck emotions from your body across all time again. And these come out as wisps of smoke or mist going into that golden light of creation. As these traumas are released, your soul light replaces that energy with you, your soul light. Releasing from your pancreas and your spleen and your liver, your organs, stuck emotions, anger, guilt, shame, allowing all those to flow out into that golden light. As the vibrations of your body rise, as these programs are released and these beliefs are released and emotions are released and traumas, as all of that is released, you become more light-filled. You bring your soul even farther into your body. You become your soul. Stepping forward, stepping into that light of who you are, stepping into your power. As you step into your power, you step into your quantumness, into your soul light, into that quantum heart. You feel that heat, or cool, clear water, or maybe you don't feel anything. It's all good. Connecting into your quantum heart. And the quantum heart I feel from like the solar plexus, clear up to the high heart, this whole space of love and light. This whole space of you. Your sacred seat of your soul. From the space of our quantum heart, connect into the earth. Connect into the heart of the earth. Feel your heart change. Feel your energy change as you connect in heart to heart with the earth. From heart, from your heart to the heart of the inner beings of earth, connect in there. Heart to heart. And then connect into all the beings of the outer earth, heart to heart. And all those around the earth, heart to heart. These are powerful and amazing connections and a practice you can do every day if you choose. Taking 3 breaths again. Deep breath in. And release. Second deep breath in. And release. Third, deep breath in and release. Play with your quantum heart. Enjoy it. Send that love and that light that you are out into the world. You get triggered by something, make sure you're in your heart. Send it 30 seconds of love. That's all you need. Keep it simple. And come back to this space of releasing programs, of releasing stuck emotions. You know where it's at. It's in your heart. Soul before you. And with that, we wish you a most wonderful day.
Hi, my name is Jacq.leen, and I'm going to be bringing you a musical selection today. This first song is called To Worship You I Live, and when I say worship, I am talking about what the trees do, what the rocks do, what we all do to give thanks to the Creator. We express our love, our admiration, through our expression of divinity, our expression of peace, our expression of thankfulness, and this in this song it's saying that that's what I was created to do, to give you thanks, to express your beauty, to express your love, to express everything that you are, divine creator, to express that beautiful spirit that you are into this world. And so that's what this song is referring to. It's really just a song of kind of a song of meditation for you to just express and give gratitude and thanks. And so we can sing that together. You can just, you're in your own space, in your own place, just give thanks and express that beauty that is within you. This next song is a song that I wrote, and it's called My People. This is a video that I created to go along with it, just so you can see the visual images that go along with the song, so you can get a better understanding. I hope that it touches you. I hope that it helps you in some way, or just helps you to reflect on the world around us and see it in the light that God would want us to see it in and have it in. And so that is my desire for you today, and hope you enjoy. Yeah, yeah. America, sweet the sound. Can you hear the pleas? Our nation is crying out. We need recovery. Blazing guns, black and gray. Gotta take what we see. Selling souls, burning greed. Making light of humanity. My people. My people. My people. My people. Can you really feel the beat of a heart in recovery? It's counting on you and me to bring peace and unity. The only real strength we have is the strength from the one. It will only emanate if we choose to be one. My people. My people. My people. My people. Can't let it be. 40% fell to the lead. Can't let it be. 40% love take the lead. My people is the only way to carry on. My people, love will unite us 'cause we are one. My people, let no division come. It's all alive. My people, there's no better way than to go with love inside. Can't let it be. 40% love take the lead. Can't let it be. 40% love take the lead.
Welcome back. The Spiritual Unity Movement board members would like to thank you for joining us for this full moon healing ceremony, Flying Free. If you would like to request to be added to our prayer list, or if you would like to join our mailing list to get information about upcoming events, please send an email to lizzcurran@lizzcuran@gmail.com. Thank you for your donations, which allow us to continue to bring these full moon presentations to the world. Spiritual Unity Movement is a 501c3 nonprofit all-volunteer organization, and your donations are tax deductible. For those of you who feel that Spiritual Unity Movement has become a spiritual nourishing community for you, please feel free to consider tithing, which is also tax deductible. You can send your tithes and donations to Post Office Box 8592, Porter Ranch, California, 91367, or click the donate button and you will be taken to PayPal. Thank you for adding your energy to this beautiful evening. Remember to connect into the heart of the Mother this month, to ground and settle into your hearts, so that we continue to radiate the healing energy we have received during this ceremony and every ceremony out in our daily lives. We will see you next month on Tuesday, September 1st, and our theme will be Speaking from the Heart. So now please join Liz Curran for the closing ritual. Blessings to you and yours, and good night.
As we come to the close of our full moon ceremony this evening, let us take just a moment to savor the centered focus of healing energy we have generated here together. Remember, as you let your light shine, you simultaneously give others permission to do the same. Clearly knowing yourself as an instrument of light, a being of spirit, you add one more grain of sand to the scales that hold the balance for our global future. Know that at a certain point, one grain of sand can tip the scales. You, in this moment, may be that grain of sand. I'd like to invite everybody to take a moment and consider the healing you would like to manifest this night and moving forward. The full moon is a powerful time. Our ceremony is a powerful ceremony. Let us all embody the spiritual power that has been generated here this evening, received from the forces of light that guide this service. Let us focus that energy, allowing it to rise up and pour this blessing out into our world, extending its positive healing effect throughout the awareness of humankind and the consciousness of our planet. We will sound an extended free-form Om as the sacred tone pours through you. Feel yourself participating, drawing this healing love energy deeply into yourself and sending it out into your life, into our world. As we sound the Om, let us consciously extend our blessing to our planetary life, Mother Earth, including the animals, the trees, the air, the water, our leaders, our guides, our angels, as well as to all those who are in need of healing right now. For those that we would like to include in this healing circle tonight, we speak their names now out loud. And with power, love, and intelligence, let us send out this healing light energy to transform the consciousness of humankind. Namaste. Take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.